Another excellent video here done by Taylor Hanson. I seem to be watching quite a lot of his videos, but then he is clocked onto this bit. I've done it a little bit differently. I don't have the software to do it how he does it, but wow, this is quite a good video. But I wanted to add a bit to this video. I made this video quite a long time ago, to be honest. Somebody sent me this link to go and have a look at who Ellen DeGeneres was related to. And then once I did this video, I realised, this is what I realised, and then I'll show you. So hopefully Taylor Hanson sees this video. Maybe he will. And for entertainment purposes only, as he says, we're looking at this bit. So once I saw this, what it is America doesn't have a royal family, but all the actors are related, and the same sort of thing happens here through the royal family. So it's the same sort of thing. So unless you're on the in like Brad Pitt is, you're not going to be seen on air. But when you see the lineage of this person, she has the same lineage as the Queen. Look, she's the 27th granddaughter of Edward I, King of England. The 23rd granddaughter, Henry III.
So I figured it out.
This person, if any of this is true, the 11th granddaughter there, if any of this is true, means that she would have the same status as a queen, at least a princess, if not a queen, if she was in this country. More people there. Hopefully I can get it on here, because this is another video which we're looking at. So Elizabeth I, she's second cousin 14 times removed via Sir Thomas Howard. Henry VIII, second cousin 17 times removed via Richard Wardville, but she is still related to them all, whether it's by blood or marriage. I was quite, when I made this video, I thought, oh my god, wow, how does this happen? So there you go. She's the 7th cousin of Admiral Richard Byrd. Oh dearie me. That's one of the more sort of famous ones, or some of those maybe in America, but let's go on a bit. Oh, it's on that one still, right. Sir Winston Churchill, she's his 8th cousin. I know it says removed, so that is probably by marriage. She still comes up as related to these people. Oh, come on. Raquel Welch, 9th cousin. Okay, go on a little bit. Henry Fonda, 9th cousin. 4 times removed. Oh, going on. Yeah, well, she seems to be related to a lot of people. Sir Winston Churchill, 8th cousin, 4 times. Why did I just do that one? I might have gone back. But let's go on. What we've done, we just did that one, didn't we? Winston Churchill, we're moving on now. Come on. John Wayne, she's related to John Wayne, 10th cousin, 10th cousin, 2 times removed. Lucille Ball, 10th cousin, 2 times removed. Dick Van Dyke, 10th cousin, 2 times removed via Samuel, whatever his name is. Bing Crosby, 10th cousin, 2 times removed. Vincent Price, 10th cousin, 2 times removed. Betty Davis, 10th cousin, 2 times removed. Do you get my drift here about why I'm saying what I said at the beginning of the video? George. Okay, not some famous ones that I recognise there. Boris Johnson. It's just ridiculous. 11th cousin, one time removed, but still a relative. Oh my god. Let's go on a little bit. Oh. Richard Gere, 11th cousin via John B. Priscilla Presley, 11th cousin. Ben Affleck, 11th cousin. Do you see it now? They're one way or another, they're all related. Come on, I must be talking on the original video. It's just taking ages now. Here we go. I've gone back to the beginning because of all the kings and queens. She's got the same lineage as, look at that, Henry III, 23rd granddaughter. Direct, not a by marriage or whatever it was. She's actually lineage down. Yeah, so anyway, we've got those ones. Come on. Come on. Must be talking. Right. Alfred the Great, 35th granddaughter. Absolutely incredible. So, I looked up her relationship with Louis VI, King of France, and then it says there, where is it? I think it will just tell you. So, she's the 27th granddaughter to Louis VI, direct. So, there you go. They're all related, this lot, the actors, the royal family, yeah. And that was in there as well. Was that me that put that in? I can't remember. That Power is Ellen DeGeneres, the real Queen of England. Oh, that was me. Yes, put that in on that site. But don't you find that incredible? I haven't actually, because in there is Brad Pitt. Oh, there's just so many of them. But I took this off because I was making a different video. But you see, but when you look at all the pages, it's nearly every actor you can think of, and every royal family member she is related to, one way or another. They're all related, the actors and the royal family. So in America, if they did have a royal family, she would probably, well, look at her lineage. She's got to be some sort of princess. Crazy or what? So once you realise that, and she is related to Brad Pitt, they're cousins, then you realise what this all is. And this is why you will have all these things. I think they're computer composites, which means it was a real picture of one person, and then they've doctored it up and it's now someone else. And then they turn those into like Scooby-Doo episodes. Because that's what it is. You're not watching anything real. You're watching Scooby-Doo. We've got George Washington here. 8th cousin, 9 times removed. Yeah. It's not actually on this little bit of video. I did look up a few, but I don't seem to find it. But I do have it on my channel somewhere. It's on, I think it's on SAMFU 3 and the Unscrambled Channel. But anyway, what it is she's related to the Queen. Well, I know the Queen has died now, so she's related to Charles, but she's related to the Queen before, related to Prince Philip, related to Diana, related to Meghan, related to Kate. So all that lot are all related, see? Just like the actors are in America, but we just call them actors, and in England you call them the royal family, and there are some actors. But anybody that gets an accolade, you know, and they go and get it presented to them, is under the royal family, the Romans. And I just think it's quite incredible when you realise that her lineage is exactly the same as the Queen's. Exactly! It's not on the videos I found, but I've made the video a couple of times. Exactly the same as the Queen's. So maybe that helps Taylor Hanson. Anyway, we're going to watch this video now. Anyway, for entertainment purposes only, thanks for listening.
So I figured it out. What's that, you ask? Well, I figured out why Hollywood stars fake their deaths. But Brad Pitt hasn't faked his death, you might be saying. Well, are you sure about that? I'm sure by now you've seen how there are pictures from our history that seem to really match current-day celebrities, or stars, as some people might call them. And well, what's going on here? Are these even real pictures? Some of them are literal people from our past with no names. That's not just a random picture. That's Henry David Thoreau, a known person from history, and Jimmy Fallon looking like a known Turkish revolutionary. Eminem looks identical to a noted economist, Harold Innis. There's clearly something going on here, more than just lookalikes. And maybe they just don't want you to know about it. Maybe they don't want you to know that they're not people at all. Notice how they're referred to as stars? Do you know what the Book of Enoch says about stars? The Book of Enoch, which was conveniently removed from the Bible for all the truth it tells, and it talks about how fallen angels, often referred to as watchers, who are described as the 7 stars or like great burning mountains. These passages connect celestial imagery, specifically stars, with divine beings, potentially indicating that stars falling from heaven in other texts like Revelation could symbolize spiritual beings. They're referred to as stars, and they are literally given a star in the Walk of Fame. And if you just hold off your judgment for 1 second and consider that maybe there are actual spiritual beings among us, and that we live in a much more spiritual realm than we've been told, and that you realize, well, I think you'll see that what I have to say about why they fake their deaths is right on par. Now, back to Brad. Brad's still among us, right? I mean, he's here. Brad's alive and well. But have you ever noticed how much he resembles James Dean? How much he really resembles James Dean? And hey, that's a A's hat. I know it's athletics, but it's almost like it could be Angels. They match up so well that every single facial feature from chin to mouth to nose to eyes to eyebrows to forehead line match perfect. And I bet you would never guess that they have a whole lot of similar mannerisms and movements and exact same positions in their movies. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? That they moved so similarly, that they have the same mannerisms, that they look so much alike, that their faces are perfectly symmetrical. But just ask yourself that. What are the odds? What are the odds of this? What are the odds? I would like you to think of, what are those odds that they look alike, that they move alike, that they speak alike, that they're put in the same type of positions in movies? Not very likely. What are the odds that they would also have the exact same 3 exact markings on their noses? If you're anything like me, you understand those odds are impossible. Impossible. There they are, looking the same again. But of course there's more, because I want to show you something else. I've done this before, but I want to show you the exact same markings on these 2 arms. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. Identical. And well, one of those arms belongs to Benicio del Toro, and the other belongs to Brad Pitt. Because not only do these stars, angels, fake their deaths because they don't want you to know how abnormally long they would be living in your presence. So they have to change roles so they can continue just living their abnormally long, maybe never dying life. Not only do they do that, but they also play other roles at the same time, aka Brad, who used to be James Dean, who also plays Benicio del Toro. And then they give nods that is kind of mocking us, but also kind of giving nods to people, like how James Dean's mother died when he was 9 years old. And guess what? Benicio del Toro, who's a character, he's not a real person. He's Brad Pitt's alter ego who accepted an Oscar from Angelina Jolie. Watch my movie or my video on Brad and Benicio. And Benicio, his mom, died when he was 9. What are the odds of that? With everything else, what are the odds of that? Ask yourself. What are the odds that they look so similar and have such perfect symmetry and have the exact same 3 facial markings on their nose, the exact same? They move the exact same? Watch this. He does this little hand roll here. Maybe you missed it. Ready? And it's hard to see right there. Hand roll. Oh, and the mockery. The mockery is always there. Pitt to follow James Dean's footsteps. Brad Pitt's interested in taking the role originally played by James Dean. Look, I can't even tell there. These are AI. I can't even tell which is supposed to be which. One that actually looks more like Benicio than either of them. That might be Brad. I don't know. AI can't even tell the difference. That should tell you something. That's James Dean, just like that's James Dean, just like that's James Dean. Oh, and for people who haven't seen my Brad as Benicio videos, Benicio del Toro. Benicio means Benedict. Benedict Arnold was a big liar. Del Toro means of the bull. Bull, if it's not talking about the animal, means a lie. So, traitor of the lie. They're just laughing at you that you think he's a real person. I mean, look at that. That's Brad Pitt.